I'm forced to go to this place every day, and I'm not talking about high school. I graduated from there long ago. I'm talking about a place that's arguably worse. And oftentimes when you go to a place, or when you gotta go to a place, you'll find that you have to stay there longer than you'd like. So, I go to this terrible place that I'm forced to go to for a bit during the days, and I meet this dude who really loves Pepsi. That one drink Kendall Jenner saved the world with when she handed it to a riot cop, and that one crazy protest that was all over the TV a couple years ago. But anyways, this dude explicitly let me know that he loves Pepsi. And every time he has the opportunity to drink it, he does. And sometimes out of compromise, he drinks water, but he really likes Pepsi. And he told me that it's hard for him not to feel convinced that the water just isn't filling him up like Pepsi does. And that reminds me of what I feel convinced by. Because it's hard to not feel convinced that if you had what you should have had when you should have had it, that it would have made the sky 2-3 years ago now so much more blue. Every color more beautifully vivid. Every delight in this world so much better. And it doesn't happen and continues not to. You get more numb. Kind of like how my Pepsi friend tries to numb himself to the lack of sweetness in the water when he really wanted Pepsi. It's that sort of specific kind of loneliness in your disappointment that when it happens over and over again, you just kind of shrug. And I hate that, Well, hate's kind of a strong word, like everyone's mom says. But I don't like it at all, I don't like it more than I don't like sugar-free syrup, or brushing my teeth, or going to the dentist. And that makes me think, why don't they create an ultra-powerful sleeping pill or liquid over-the-counter, whatever form it could come in to make you fall asleep the fastest, and it can make you fall asleep in 1 minute without causing any drowsiness or problems when you wake up. And what could you do after taking this non-detrimental, ultra-sleepy sleeping pill? Well, nothing. You just sleep. And all the stuff that your body functions perfectly without will never enter your system so it can destroy it, because you're just asleep the whole night. And that's the worst roller coaster ever. Apart from one where it has those spinny things, and then you're on your way up to the spinny thing, and then you're just absent-minded the whole time, and then right when you're about to go to the upside down part in the spinny thing, you realize that the holster mechanism that's supposed to keep your shoulders in, that your shoulders aren't wide enough for it, so you're just waiting to plummet to your death. But still 100 times worse than a roller coaster where you go on and you die instantly without being able to ever know what happened. But anyways, back to the meat of the conversation. Back to this Pepsi guy I was talking about earlier. So, like I said, this guy explicitly told me that he loved Pepsi. And this was just so odd to me, because I met plenty of people growing up who, root beer was their favorite drink, or they loved chocolate milk, or Coca-Cola, or God forbid Diet Coca-Cola, but never had I met a guy whose favorite drink was Pepsi. And then, shortly after meeting this first Pepsi guy, I meet another Pepsi guy. This guy really likes Pepsi. The only liquid this man allows to enter his body is Pepsi. Pepsi flows through him just like the blood flows through his veins, he always had a Pepsi bottle with him. But one time, I see him with a hydro flask that all those virtuous daughters of the earth working class white women own. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're finally drinking water. You did it. How'd you do it? And he opened it up for me, and he was like, nah. And he showed it to me, and it was filled completely with Pepsi. And then, I took a look around me, and I noticed all this Pepsi signage around this place where I gotta go, where I see these Pepsi bros, I see a scoreboard, and the scoreboard had a big Pepsi logo on it. And then I see a soda machine, and the soda machine has a big Pepsi logo on it. And then I see a sign, a big sign, and the sign has a big Pepsi logo on it. And then, being, a guy with a far above average ACT score, and being the kind of guy who catches what other people always miss, I realized that this place was actually sponsored by Pepsi. And then I was like, Now for a song. I go to a place I'm forced to go to every day, where I feel lonely and dismayed, and I feel sad in every way. And I don't like to be at home, but I don't like this place I go, so I would rather be at home, 'cause I can't stand this place I go. But at this place I'm forced to go, I thought that I should make some friends, 'cause things are better when you're with friends. But not when they're walking, talking, sentient advertisements. But everyone I know has lots of friends, and they let me know, so I don't wanna seem lonely, so I'll be best friends with these Pepsi men, and I'll get diabetes just like all of them. But no, that there's no way out of here if you just live your fear. 'Cause then you'll be at a place you're forced to go to every day, where you'll feel lonely and dismayed, and you'll be sad in every way, and you won't like to be at home, but you'll just hate this place you go, so you would rather be at home, 'cause you can't stand this place you'll go. But at this place you're forced to go, they'll say that you should make some friends, 'cause things are better when you're with friends. But now when they take you out of things that you were born to do, and now when they take you out of things that you would want to do, there's something that you want to do, there's something you